Welcome back to TarHeelIllustrated.com. And if you're checking us out on our YouTube channel, that is called Tar Heel Illustrated. It is North Carolina football signing day, central extravaganza, all kinds of stuff going on around the UNC football program today. And we are tracking it as each signed letter of intent comes in. Dean and I are going to have a quick little conversation about that specific formal official Tar Heel, because once they sign, they are Tar Heels. And the latest one to put pen to paper is Beau Atkinson, a four-star strong side defensive end, attends Leesville Road High School in Raleigh, number 142 overall prospect nationally, number 13 is position, number 4 in North Carolina, 6'6", 240 pounds. He committed to Carolina back on June 16th. Dina, he's a young man that had a sensational senior season. Not just another one of these guys. He doesn't play just one position. Beau Atkinson is an athlete and do a lot of things, and the staff has got to be licking their chops for him to show up in Chapel Hill and get going.
He's a guy that, like you said, has elevated his stock. I mean, junior year with COVID and everything, a lot of these guys didn't get seen by a lot of these colleges. And you looked at his offer list early on. I mean, a lot of them was places out west, and because we talked about it, he had some of his official visits for Berkeley and somewhere out Midwest and everything. And Mac brought these guys in for their camps and their summer camps and workouts, and got to see him work out, offered him, and it did not take long after that offer for Beau to commit. He has cut his hair. He kind of looked like Thor. I think so. The coaches started calling him when he committed, posted Thor pictures.
Didn't Jay Bateman do that?
Yeah.
Jay Bateman had like this big Thor thing.
I remember seeing him at the Showtime camp, and he was all decked out, and I'm like, you couldn't miss him. 6'5", 6'6", big, tall, blonde, and he was just so much bigger and taller than some of the other guys. And he like you said, he had a great year. Was the conference player of the year as a defensive end. He did play a little bit of tight end, so he's an athlete. So and he was very vital. He was there in Kenan Stadium just about every Saturday that Carolina played, and vital to recruiting the other ones.
And this is a compliment. When I see him play, and I saw him play at least once on TV, and I've watched some tape and stuff like that. And he kind of reminds me a little bit of a throwback defensive end. He looks like a guy that could have put a hand on the ground and played defensive end in 1985 and dealt with the way the game was then. But he's athletic enough to also play defensive end now. He's got a really neat combination of a guy who can play quick. He can play athletically. He's got really good leverage, but he's also a guy that's strong enough that should be able to win some one-on-one battles in pass rush situations.
Yeah. He's a local kid, so it was really important to get a kid in the Raleigh area at Leesville Road, and he helped them with a very successful playoff run. I believe they made it at least the third, fourth round this year. So great kid. Really, really excited to be a Tar Heel, and he's got a lot of potential to be excellent in that defense wherever they decide to put him.
We've spent a lot of time talking about success, Mac having success in the recruiting trail in Virginia, particularly in the Tidewater area, also with respect to Malachi Hamrick and that part of the state. But it's also, there's enough players in the capital area here in Raleigh that locking down a guy like him, and they're getting a couple a year, is really, really important as well.
Yeah, Raleigh is growing. We've seen a lot of national prospects start coming out of Raleigh, and it's becoming a hotbed for schools to come in, national programs to come in. So just a huge pickup for the defensive staff of UNC to sign him and keep him signed.
And Leesville Road certainly has produced some players in the last 10 years or so. Beau Atkinson, a 4-star strong side defensive end, is the most recent member of UNC's class of 2022 to sign his national letter of intent. Stay with us here on THI. As each signed LOI comes in, we will drop a pod getting Dina's brilliance on each one of these kids. We appreciate you stopping by.